WWE Universe witnessed a moment no one saw coming. The shocking alliance of Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins. What started as a thrilling night of wrestling quickly turned into a game-changer that left fans and superstars alike stunned. These three, each powerful in their own right, joined forces in a way that shook the very foundation of WWE. It wasn't just about strength or skill. It was about strategy, ambition, and rewriting the rules of the game. Suddenly, the landscape of WWE feels different. Unpredictable, intense, and full of new possibilities. This alliance isn't just a twist in a storyline. It's a bold new chapter, and the WWE world is still trying to process what it means for the future. The calm before the storm. Building suspense. Behind the scenes, leading up to WrestlePalooza, there had been subtle signs that something big was brewing backstage, even if most fans didn't catch on. The wrestling world had seen some unusual promos, hints of frustration in interviews, and whispers of tension in locker rooms. But these were easy to overlook amid the usual buzz around matches and rivalries. What most didn't realize was that Paul Heyman, known for his keen mind and strategic thinking, had been quietly setting the stage for a powerful alliance. Heyman had always been a master at reading people and situations, but this time, his planning went deeper and longer than anyone could have imagined. Over the course of many months, he worked behind the scenes, reaching out to key wrestlers and planting seeds of doubt, ambition, and opportunity. This wasn't a last-minute idea. It was a well-thought-out plan that was about to come to life in the most dramatic way possible. The moment Seth Rollins entered, a change you could feel. The turning point came about 23 minutes into the match when Seth Rollins' music hit, and the arena erupted in a mixture of excitement and surprise. Typically, Seth's arrival meant disruption or a surprise that could change the course of the event. But this time, his demeanor was different. Instead of his usual confident swagger and playful grin, Rollins had a serious, focused look, one that hinted at something deeper and more calculated. The energy in the arena shifted as he made his way down the ramp with purpose, signaling that this wasn't business as usual. Rather than jumping into the fray in the way fans expected, Rollins took an unexpected action that stunned everyone. In a moment that combined shock and drama, Seth approached Cody Rhodes and delivered a decisive and impactful move that left Cody stunned. The crowd was caught between gasps and cheers, trying to understand the sudden shift in momentum. It was clear that Seth wasn't just there to interfere. He was there to send a message, and that message was loud and clear. Things were changing, and alliances were being rewritten. The unlikely alliance forms, a gesture that said everything. As Cody Rhodes struggled to recover, Roman Reigns was visibly confused and trying to piece together what had just happened. What came next was a moment that perfectly captured the complexity of the situation. Seth Rollins extended a hand to Roman, not in rivalry, but as an offer of partnership and support. Roman hesitated but accepted the gesture, and in that instant, a new understanding was forged in front of thousands of fans. At ringside, Paul Heyman's expression changed to one of quiet satisfaction, a knowing smile that said he had orchestrated this moment with precision. The symbolism of the handshake wasn't lost on anyone. This was a public declaration of unity between three of the most influential figures in WWE, signaling a dramatic shift in the power dynamics of the company. It was a reminder that in wrestling, as in life, alliances can shift quickly, and yesterday's enemies can become today's partners when the stakes are high enough. Brock Lesnar's arrival, turning expectations upside down. Just when the crowd was processing the surprising handshake, Brock Lesnar's music hit, and the arena exploded with excitement once again. Known as the Beast, Brock's entrance typically signaled chaos and power, and many fans expected him to disrupt the alliance and restore balance. But what happened next was unlike anything anyone could have imagined. Instead of attacking either side or acting as a wild card, Brock stepped into the ring and made a decisive move that further cemented this new alliance. He helped demonstrate his loyalty and power by showing support for the alliance's vision, not as an antagonist, but as an essential pillar. The message was clear. Brock wasn't just a competitor anymore. He was part of something bigger. This move sent shockwaves through the audience and the WWE Universe at large, as it changed the way fans perceived Brock's role and the direction WWE was headed. It wasn't about chaos or destruction this time. It was about unity, strategy, and the consolidation of power. The power trio takes shape. What it means for WWE. With Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar now aligned under Paul Heyman's guidance, WWE witnessed the birth of one of the most formidable groups in recent memory. This wasn't just a temporary alliance or a fleeting storyline. It was a calculated and strategic partnership designed to dominate WWE programming. Each member brought something unique to the table. Roman with his leadership and experience, Seth with his cunning and technical skill, and Brock with his unmatched physical presence and reputation. Together, and with Heyman's strategic mind directing from the sidelines, they represented a united front capable of influencing every aspect of WWE, from storylines to locker room politics. For fans and wrestlers alike, this new faction raised important questions about what would come next. How would WWE adapt to this new reality? Could anyone challenge their combined strength? The answers were not yet clear, but the impact was undeniable. Behind the scenes, months of planning and quiet strategy. Digging deeper, it's fascinating to understand just how much planning went into this alliance. Reports from insiders reveal that Paul Heyman started laying the groundwork months before WrestlePalooza. His approach was subtle yet effective, building relationships with key wrestlers who were feeling overlooked or frustrated with the current WWE landscape. Seth Rollins, after his loss at SummerSlam 2024, felt like he was being pushed aside in favor of newer talents and returning legends. Heyman recognized this frustration and offered Seth not just an alliance, but a chance to reclaim his status and influence. Brock Lesnar, meanwhile, was seeking a final meaningful chapter in his career. No longer interested in sporadic appearances, Brock wanted to be part of something that cemented his legacy. And Roman Reigns, often seen as the face of WWE, was navigating his own challenges with pressure and expectations. Heyman's careful manipulation helped him see the value in joining forces rather than standing alone. The result was a slowly forming faction that combined ambition, strategy, and opportunity in perfect harmony. The human side. Wrestlers and fans, feeling the impact, beyond the spectacle and storylines. What makes this moment truly resonate is the human element. Wrestlers are more than performers. They are individuals with careers, emotions, and relationships deeply affected by these shifts. For Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes, this alliance represents a complex mix of ambition, loyalty, and change. Behind the scenes, friendships and rivalries are being tested, trust is being rebuilt or broken, and the pressure to perform has intensified. Fans, too, are on a journey, experiencing surprise, excitement, frustration, and curiosity all at once. It's a reminder that WWE is more than just entertainment. It's a community of passionate people connected by stories that feel real and personal. This alliance has sparked conversations, debates, and a renewed passion for the sport, proving that wrestling continues to evolve and surprise in ways that keep us all engaged. Conclusion: the beginning of a new era in WWE. WrestlePalooza 2025 will be remembered as a landmark event that changed the WWE landscape forever. The alliance formed between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman was not just a plot twist, but a powerful new force with the potential to influence every corner of the company. It was the result of months of careful planning, emotional stakes, and strategic thinking, all culminating in a moment that left the wrestling world buzzing. As WWE moves forward, this alliance promises to shape storylines, rivalries, and careers in ways we are only beginning to understand. For wrestlers and fans alike, the journey ahead is filled with anticipation, questions, and excitement. What started as a surprising night has opened the door to endless possibilities. And one thing is certain: WWE will never be the same again.